Hello friends, James Stevenson checking in on the 4-year anniversary of some folks who were hating hard on Tesla that day. HHHTTD, that day. Let's check in with my co-host Loki. He's just napping and sleeping on the job right now. No need to tarry on the Loki cam, because you can see Loki napping right here the whole time I'm sharing my content with you. Today's hater was CNBC's Fast Money panel, notably Tim Seymour, who was shorting Tesla stock actively at the time, which he's about to admit while showing you a Tesla stock price. Keep in mind, when you see a $225 stock price for Tesla, that was before a 3-for-1 split and a 5-for-1 split. You have to multiply those by each other to do the split adjustment. So in today's dollars, Tesla was trading for about $15 at the time. Now, should you have been buying Tesla at that valuation, you know, a sub $40 billion valuation? Yes, to have made a 20x return on your money since then. But that was not the consensus among these panelists. I'm going to play the video for you so you can hear for yourself.
So the expectations are, the expectations are high. The stakes are very high for the company at this point in terms of these delivery numbers. They have to hit.
I think if you think about between 90 and 100,000, this is something that's never happened. This is a company that also continues to guide for 360 to 400,000 deliveries for the year, which to me is extraordinary. The thing that
all right, to him that's extraordinary. Between 90 and 100,000, Tesla did report 95,000 deliveries that quarter.
Without rehashing the first quarter, which we all know was awful, the thing that was most awful about it was that S and X deliveries were down almost 40%. And those are kind of the cash cows of the company. Those are the cars that actually make money. The Model 3, as far as I can tell, as Phil pointed out, the margin here is the big story.
Yeah, so what did the short sellers not understand back in 2019, 4 years ago? They did not understand that Model 3 and later Model Y would be the cash cows of the company, bringing in huge profit, and the Model S and Model X would be really sideshows to the larger profitability story.
I still think the balance sheet's a big story. And I think front-running demand, or I should say front-loaded demand, is really the question, what happens in the second half of the year.
All right, so Tim Seymour there expressing the common Tesla Q belief at the time that there was hashtag no demand, or there was a hashtag demand cliff coming, where Tesla was going to sell Teslas to everybody who wanted one, and then there would be nobody left in the world who wanted to buy a Tesla.
Plus, you have the tax credit going away, or cutting in half today.
Right.
So $3,750 going down to $1,875 till December, till the year end, and then it goes to zero. Yep. So that's got to impact margins negatively as well.
Or demand. You pulled demand forward.
And you pull demand forward, and they're going to have to slash prices, I would assume. So it's going to impact margins. You could see a pop, though, on a good delivery number. I would sell that.
He would sell then, yeah. So there you see another common belief. Tesla's going to have to cut prices if the tax credit goes away. The tax credit did go away. The full tax credit in the U.S. expired at the end of 2018, got cut in half for the first half of 2019, cut in half again for the second half of 2019. And then Tesla really was competing at a disadvantage to other automakers that were still getting the full $7,500 tax credit in 2020 and in 2021. But what was Tesla doing? Cutting prices? No. They were raising prices while they were selling more vehicles in those years.
Q3 and Q4 is going to be a much better indicator, just like Tim said. I mean, Q3 and Q4, that's where we're right in the face of that fading tax credit. You have no new vehicles out. There's not any additional international tailwinds helping you out. So even if this number is fantastic, I still wouldn't get too excited about it. I think.
So there you see that stock chart with Tesla trading at $227. Just adjust that in your mind to, I don't know, $15.30 or something.
So
Q3
bearish.
and Q4.
Dan,
well,
you
it's
joined
also
this
kind
party?
of laughable. Like, you know, when Phil was just talking about their earnings, or the consensus is for them to lose $1.83 in 2019. On a GAAP basis, it's a loss of $5. It's literally, they're expected to lose $800 million. So, you know, the question is, can they outrun a recession, you know what I mean, for their balance sheet, which I know you like to talk about, but also the demand aspect of it,
demand's
too.
huge.
Yeah.
Can they outrun a recession? Yeah, expecting a recession here in 2019, July of 2019. Tesla held up okay through the 2020 COVID year. And the balance sheet concerns were about how much debt Tesla had. Tesla paid down that long-term debt, and now it's almost zero. Over the next 3 years, Tesla paid down almost all long-term debt. There's very little left.
So, I mean, to me, it just seems like the stakes are high, Mel, because to your point, the stock has gone from 175 to 225 in a matter of weeks.
Are you still short?
Yeah, I'm still short. And I just want to say this other thing. It's amazing to me we never talk about corporate governance here. We never talk about a company that should be trading at a massive discount, not a premium, a discount based upon not ever delivering what they say they're going to do. Enormous intransparency. I don't know why investors put up with it, but...
Not ever delivering what they promised to do. I'm not sure why investors put up with it.
That's me.
But that's me. All right, so let's scroll through the comments and see what people said. Here's Tesla bull Tillman Winkler, who I follow. You should follow him as well if you want Tillman's insights. Claiming that they don't ever do what they say they will do is just fraudulent. It's either exact opposite. Established car makers have announced so much they never made. It's beyond me. Yeah, Tesla did make the Model 3. They did make the Model Y. Toyota and many others, Honda, announced electric vehicles they never produced, right? They were complete vaporware. Never happened, never got held to account. This hasn't aged well. In December of 2019, after Tesla's stock continued running up from that point throughout the remainder of 2019. I'm not going to read all these comments. Tim still shorting Tesla. Peter Steele just applauded Tim Seymour on Tesla corporate governance. He wasn't the only one either. Supply Chain Solutions, longtime Tesla hater, was hating hard on Tesla that day, saying Tesla's corporate governance is an issue. They never do what they say they will do. I don't know why investors put up with it. Very well said, was the only additional commentary on here from somebody else who was hating hard on Tesla 4 years ago. What has happened since then? Well, I will replay this video and show you. Since Tesla became a public company, you know, there was a lot made in that video clip about losing $800 million per quarter. Well, that stopped. And you've seen what's happened since. You know, Tesla stopped losing money, and the people who believed in Tesla's mission and that Tesla was producing a superior product knew that the market was going to want to buy the best vehicles available, that the demand cliff was never going to show up, that demand was going to continue increasing as the world transitions away from fossil fuel vehicles to electric vehicles. People are going to want to buy the best electric vehicle available, and most of them are choosing Tesla, at least here in the US. And Tesla is a market leader also in China and in the EU, increasing market share of the total new vehicle market every year. And that is my video for today. So with that, I will check back in with Loki, who's still sleeping, and then an outro, and say if you've enjoyed today's video, click the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, why not go ahead and subscribe to my channel over here. Click the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post fresh content. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon or on Twitter, or by joining my YouTube channel as my executive producers Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com did, and I'll see you in the next one.